During rush hour in the north of England, in the same places, the same roadworks, the same queues, the same congestion. A road network that businesses fear makes it hard not just to distribute their goods around the country, but to attract and keep the best staff. A transport network, they say, where the only good links are the ones to London.
I can get from Manchester to London very easily, thank you very much. But connecting to Leeds, to Sheffield, to Newcastle, you'd certainly not attempt it on public transport. And then you're limited to a very congested motorway network as the only way. It's not good for the economy, it's not good for the environment.
The government is committed to spending £4,155 per person on transport in London. Some of that will be spent on developing Crossrail, linking London with the home counties, and improving roads between Reading and Heathrow. That compares to £1,600 per person in the north of England, where some of that will go on improving the Tyne and Wear Metro. That's £2,555 less per person. And it varies by region, with £855 per person spent in the north east and £2,439 per person spent in the northwest. Travel any distance by road in the north, a place where the population is greater than some European nations, and you'll find motorways linking major cities which end abruptly after a few miles and turn into a queue of traffic. It's that historic lack of investment, according to the authors of today's report, which needs to be addressed.
One of the major things that the North needs is to connect its two biggest cities, Manchester and Leeds, much more effectively. But actually, the whole network needs to be improved. There are lots of cities and towns across the north, and they're not just the cities and towns themselves, also ports and airports. All of these things need to be brought together. So it's a package of lots of small things, really, rather than one big headline investment.
Critics of the government's transport policy point out it's quicker to get from London to Paris on the train than from Hull to Liverpool across the Pennines. Certainly travellers into Manchester's Victoria station today seem to agree.
There's rural communities up here who rely on it maybe even more to get to places
bad.
for work.
I have to going to work, finishing late, generally don't come home because I can't get home because it doesn't run late enough.
Very unfair, really. We all pay the same amount of tax, the same rates, so it should be spent more in the area where it comes from.
The government disputes the figures and says the spending is comparable once projects funded by Transport for London are excluded. But tomorrow these travellers will do this all over again. Damon Green, News at 10, Cheshire.